There's a huge glitch to get infinite brute scales right now in LEGO Fortnite Odyssey. I want to give a huge shout out to Mr. Pizza and Mad Turtle for both sending me this glitch and testing it out themselves so I knew exactly what to do. You guys are able to find glitches like this inside of my Discord server, so make sure that you guys join that right now. Currently, I have a large stack of brute scales, and I really don't need to use a lot of them. 30 regular, 19 from the Dry Valley, and 17 from the Frostlands. That's really nothing for what I could have in just one single day of grinding brute scales. Now, brute scales are really valuable because they actually are part of some of the best charms in all of LEGO Fortnite Odyssey, but they also have to do with some of the equipment that's in the game as well. One of the most important things that you guys are going to need is going to be the gem cutter, which was actually changed with what type of resources you need, because now you need 3 regular brute scale, and today's glitch is going to help you get that extremely quick. This also will help you get some of your expert mode trophies as well, so if you guys don't have those, this video is going to help you out so much. Now, some of you guys may know this and some of you guys may not, but if you guys find a brute out in the wild, they will typically spawn there more often than not. I actually have a brute spawner right next to where my village is at, where today he just didn't want to show up. However, I do have this map of Star Wars Island, which is the same for every single one of us. And that's important to note because on Star Wars Island, you guys can go on here to fight any type of brute pretty much whenever you guys want. There's a few things that I'm going to recommend when it comes to this, but using Star Wars Island is awesome when it comes to getting brute scales, especially if you use this glitch. Now, the zoom in is a little bit off here, but I take a look at the image that shows me where the brutes are and then compare it to the island that I'm on right now. You can see that because of the lake, these are the exact same islands, and it works like that no matter what world you're on or what seed you're on, everything is the same. And the difference here and what I did to make this as effective as humanly possible was I put down rift stations near any type of respawner. Now, even though I don't have a Dry Valley brute underneath of me, I did put a rift station here, and I did that so that I can continue to come here and find a brute at some point in time. Now, before I show you guys the glitch in order to kill these brutes, I want to show you guys the rotation that I like to go in. Let's say I'm in the grasslands and I can't find a brute here. What I'm going to do is then go to the Frostlands. Once I go there, I'm going to check that area to see if there's any brutes there. And if there is, then I'm going to fight them. And if there isn't, then I'm just going to go to the Dry Valley. But either way, I'm going from the grasslands to the Frostlands to the Dry Valley, and I'm just continuing that rotation as I continue to find them. Now, I did get really lucky in this clip here because I was actually able to not only find myself a Frostlands brute, but then I found myself a Dry Valley brute very quickly. Now let's talk about the glitch, and it's actually just going to involve having a sword and attacking the Frostlands brute. What you can see is that he doesn't attack me back. I'm just constantly stunning him with a regular sword. I don't have any special new type of ruins on them. I only have my damage, durability, Stormbane, and zapping. I don't have force or anything crazy like that. But now you see that I killed him. I glitch killed him because he couldn't attack me back as he was constantly stunned. And now I'm going to go and teleport myself over to the Dry Valley. So now when I get to the Dry Valley, you can see a second brute here. So I got extremely lucky, but don't expect this to happen all the time for you. Now here's the difference between fighting this brute and fighting the one in the Frostlands. When it came to fighting over there, I was able to glitch kill that brute by just using a sword and stunning him over and over again. When it comes to trying to use any of those attacks on a different type of brute from the Dry Valley or the Grasslands, using stun attacks will not work. So we're going to have to use 2 different tricks. The first one is going to be just having the high ground against a Dry Valley brute. You can see how easy this is for me. If you stand on the edge, the brute typically can't actually hit you with any type of attack, which means that you could sit up here and just rain down on him for easy kills. Now, the glitch I'm sure a lot of you guys thought that I was talking about was actually just attacking a brute and then sprinting away from him, which also still does work. You could actually force a brute to hit some invisible wall and then do a ton of damage to them because they can only do their air attack. They actually can't melee you at all. So just to show you again, when it comes to attacking a Frostlands brute, you could take a sapphire and gold sword. I recommend having damage on there as well as zapping, although you really don't need anything other than just having damage, because that's the only thing that'll actually affect a brute. As long as you continue to attack him, he'll continue to get stunned, back him up against a tree so he stands still, and just rain down with your sword. He's never going to attack you, you'll never take damage, and you never have to worry about this fight. Now, I was the test dummy for you guys, so please don't try this on your own. I went to try to use the exact same sword up against a dry valley brute, and you could see that he doesn't get stunned. I have him up against a wall, I have him out in the open, and I just have to switch and use my crossbow, as that's the only way I could kill him without taking that damage, because he actually does fight back. So now you know how to fight one of the Frostlands Brute just using a sword, you know how to fight the Dry Valley Brute just having the high ground, but when it comes to a Grasslands Brute, it's a little bit harder to have that. So what I recommend doing is having a crossbow and firing from very far away. What that'll force the brute to do is actually run to you, but then hit that invisible wall. Now again, I was a test dummy for you guys. I wanted to test out and see if the sword would work even against just a regular Grasslands Brute. Now I got him to hit that invisible wall, which means that he's very easy to kill now. But when I take out my sword and I try to run up to him to actually use these attacks, what you guys are going to see is that not only does he hit me already, but when I try to use my melee attacks on him, it simply doesn't work. These melees are going to hit you, and there is no stun attack when it comes to the melee. I tried it once, I went back a second time, and at no point does he actually get stunned. So you guys could use your dodge tool in order to not take damage, or you guys can simply run up with a crossbow and kill him that way. If you run this enough times, you'll actually be able to create a village for yourself that only has gem cutters, and if you guys didn't know, that is one of the best jobs in the entire game. You could have 7 total residents at your village all working on a gem cutter, which means that they're going to give you cut ruby, cut sapphire, cut any gem in the game extremely easily, and at that rate it's actually going to be pretty fast because you have 7 gem cutters and 7 villagers working on them. So if you guys are able to do this, I highly recommend it. But have fun using this brand new glitch when it comes to fighting the Frostlands Brute. I can't believe that something like this even exists in the game right now. Shout out to Mad Turtle, shout out to Mr. Pizza. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, this was Crafty, and I'm out. Peace. Help me reach 50,000 subscribers by pressing that sub button in the top right. And if you guys haven't already, check out that video in the top left. YouTube thinks that you'll like it a lot. Peace.